All right, so what's the process that you take if you want to be considered for the SEALs, the whole Spec Ops umbrella? So let me share with you a process that I attempted and a process that somebody I know took, right? So the process that I attempted was, I already had an existing contract, which is a logistics specialist, and I already had a ship out date. So I went to my recruiter one day and I said, hey, I'm interested and I'm considering, the SEALs program. So let me try out for the SEAL PST, physical screening test, because there's a physical standard that you have to meet before you're even looked at, before you're even considered, right? So I sat down with my recruiter, and my recruiter explained to me, hey, this is a tough process, this is a tough lifestyle. Are you very committed to this thing? And I said, yeah, I just want to try this thing out. And so my recruiter said, cool, be here on time and on this date. And so I went, and there was like 5 other guys, and we did it. Swim, push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, and the run. And my biggest struggle point was the swim. I did the combat side stroke. If you are very interested in this thing, if you're very you're considering it, I highly recommend that you train with these guys. You train with the guys that are passing the PST, hands down, easy. That are having crazy number of push-ups, crazy number of sit-ups, crazy number of pull-ups, run really fast, swim really fast, have like effortless looking form. That's what I recommend, right? Make sure that you train with these guys to get physically up to par if there's a huge gap, right? So, if that's where I fell off. I said, cool. I attempted it. I give it a try, and I'm done. Right. But if I had passed, right, if I had passed the PST several times, then and my numbers were competitive, because you have to have good numbers. You have to have competitive numbers. You can't just be average, because there's a lot of people who apply for this thing. If I had passed, and multiple times my numbers are competitive and all that, what would happen is I would get new contract and a new ship out date to join the 800 division. So the process that my buddy went through with, he didn't have an existing contract. So the first time he met up with a recruiter, he said, hey, I want to try out for the SEALs. And then the recruiters did the same thing with me, sat down with them and explained to him, hey, this is a hard process. Are you very committed to this thing? And my buddy said yes. And he took the PST and passed, and then went to the recruiter, and then went through the whole recruiting process of going to MEPS, joining, picking a rate, and all that kind of stuff. And so he went to the 800 division. And what he was telling me, the only difference in lifestyle with the 800 division is they PT like 3-4 times a day, 3 times a week. And then, when I was in boot camp, I would see these guys when I was like swimming, like they would have their hands tied and feet tied and swimming like a fish, which I thought was pretty cool, right? And he said there wasn't anything that was like too exciting, too different, but after you graduate, then you would go to A school or go to Buds Prep or pre-Buds, whatever it's called, and then that's when the process continues, right? So if you are considering SEALs, Spec Ops, the whole process, the special rates, I highly recommend physically, train with the best that are already passing the PST. Okay, you don't want to be training with a buddy of yours that can't really do a lot of push-ups, and he's recommending you and he's advising you and he's coaching you on how to do more push-ups, on how to do more sit-ups, on how to do more pull-ups, on how to swim faster and how to run faster, right? You want to be listening to people who are already doing that, right? Who do you want to listen to if you want to have a good body? People who already have a good body, or people who've been attempting it for years, right? So what I recommend, if you are interested, is make sure you listen to people, make sure you train hard, and be very committed. Very, very committed to the thing, right? Commitment is very important. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great Navy day.